Okay, sorry, I just had to make sure because I don't want this to cut me off like it's always been doing. Now, I have this here because I'm going to be making a point about this pretty soon. Remember this? This is what Janessa gave me that was evidently Jerry's property. And guess what? This thing is going in the trash. I can't help but wonder about the motive. Janessa, I'm really sorry, honey. I'm really sorry that I'm having to do this. I apologize in advance that I'm having to put you out on my gossip column and talk about you. And, I have to apologize because I believe that the things that I was accusing you of were all incorrect. The things that I was accusing Jennifer of was all incorrect. I was way off. If we can just take and erase it like a chalkboard with real thick chalk print, let's just delete it. Everything I said, it was all incorrect. About Jennifer's parents, about Jesse not having any balls, and Jesse, all that stuff I was doing with Jesse, that was wrong. And I apologize. I wasn't thinking correctly. I sincerely apologize. I have rewound it and taken another look at it, and I think I have found the problem here. We're all adults here, aren't we? We're all mature adults. Mature, aren't we? Aren't we? I'm older than all of you, so I should know what I'm doing, right? I should be able to control my mouth. I should be able to discern if my words are going to hurt someone. I should know that, right? I need to apologize if I hurt anybody's feelings. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. I hope my mannerisms aren't too much like Mom's, but, I'm doing this standing up this time. It's a little bit different. I'm getting to some points here. Now, Angela made some comments to me in her text messages, and you know what? Everything she said was true. This was Jerry's. Everything Angela said to me was true. This is a whole bunch of stuff that Janessa gave me that belonged to Jerry, and even had some sassafras in it. And this was the little urn that Janessa gave me with Jerry's ashes in it. Angela was correct. Janessa did not do anything vicious to me. She had been very sweet and kind to me, loving. She showed me love, acceptance. She allowed me to come to Jerry's memorial service. Let me bring food, let me hang with her family, let me hang with Jesse's family. And it was a great day. I super enjoyed it. And I enjoyed getting to know Brent better. I really enjoyed that. And again, I apologize that I am bringing up your names on here. I'm not going to show your pictures, okay? I said I was going to show your pictures. I don't think I'm going to stoop that low. This is Jesse's family. It's that picture where you guys are out in the woods and Jennifer's wearing that cool looking black leather jacket. She looks really good, and Jesse's wearing this, I don't know if that's a polo shirt or not, but he looks really good, and it's buttoned all the way to the top. And it just shows what kind of person Jesse is. Now I'm going to talk something about Jesse here. I have discovered a lot of things about Jesse, but I guess it's stuff I already knew. Now, when Angela called me on Friday and was talking to me about Jesse's fragility, Jesse is very introverted, extremely introverted. Jesse is extremely sensitive. Jesse took offense to what I said when I told him that I heard that he hadn't been spending as much time with his dad as he used to. I couldn't see why that would offend him, because it sounded like I was implying that he wasn't as interested in his dad as before, that he maybe didn't love his dad as much as he used to. I could never imagine that happening. Jerry would talk about Jesse as if they were like this all the time. You know, there was never any doubt in my mind that Jesse was hand in glove with his dad. And so I have to apologize if that even slightly hurt your feelings, because I know what it's like. I lost my son, and when people were giving me that line, sorry for your loss. I mean, there's a clip of that in Breaking Bad where, you know, Todd says that to, who does he say that to? To Jesse? Sorry for your loss. He says it really fast. I forget who he says it to. But it's just a common thing that people say. But it rubbed me the wrong way, and it made me mad as hell. I've already explained about that. I'm not going to get into that right now. But so I would like to get a closer look at this. I decided to take a closer look at this message that Angela got from Janessa. I thought, well, maybe there's something I'm not seeing in this. And as always, please correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, correct me. And Angela tried to correct me on here. She sent me these messages telling me on Sunday morning, she says, I'll keep this direct and to the point, and we can discuss it when you're ready. You will be mad at first, but I hope you will hear me. And she proceeded, you know, sometimes you need a couple nights to think about something, to let it process, to let the feelings adjust themselves. She was right here. And she was just trying. I mean, she did what she thought would work. She thought that this would be okay. But unfortunately, I was focused on something else about this thing. And then she sends me these other messages bawling me out. And I already discussed these on here, but I have all those videos set to private. They're not important now. She was right. She was right. I've been looking at this wrongly. And I think that, you know, she was mad at me because I broke her trust, because Saturday, 3 days ago, I spent the entire day putting up videos, and I was exposing Janessa, and I broke my trust with my daughter. She said that on here. I wasn't supposed to bring up Janessa. We had agreed clear back when Mom died, when I was putting up posts about Deanna on my site, because Janessa was kind of one of our allies. I wasn't supposed to bring up anything about Janessa on my site because Angela didn't want me to. Angela was protecting Janessa. And everybody knows that Janessa is friends with Deanna on Facebook. And I'm going to admit that I've been wrong. I no longer believe that Janessa was trying to create a big party for Deanna. I no longer feel that Jennifer was trying to create a big party for Deanna. I have to apologize to Deanna. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to drag you into it. It didn't have anything to do with you. In fact, I blew it way out of proportion, and it wasn't that big. It was something very simple, very easy, pretty much insignificant, and I'll get to that in a minute. So this was the message my daughter sent me, and she was bawling me out. And she doesn't want me around her kids anymore. She doesn't want me in her life anymore. She has deserted me because of this. And I was saying that Janessa did this stuff on purpose to tear my daughter and I apart. Is that the case? No. Was that her motive? I have come to the conclusion that that is not what Janessa's motive was. I don't think that she was after something that sinister. I mean, that would be pretty sinister, to try to break up a mother and daughter's tight union and tight bond. I don't really think she would do that. And I don't believe that Janessa was trying to offend me. I don't think her intention was to try to offend me. I don't think she was even trying to make me mad. I think that she was just trying to make me aware of it, of what happened, so that I would know next time that I needed to be careful what I said. I've always considered myself to be a person who's pretty careful about what they say, because I wish I had a cassette player still, because I would show you this one video that Watchtower put out years and years and years and years ago when my kids were little, and it was to do with Moses and Pharaoh, and how it was kind of a funny little children's video, but it made a comment on it about weigh your words carefully. That's always stuck in my head. Weigh your words. Careful with your words. Because words can kill. Your words can cause somebody to slit their own throat. Your words can cause somebody to get their hands on some phenobarbital and OD. Your words can cause somebody to close the garage door and put the exhaust right up to their face. Words are powerful, and words can cause a person to commit suicide. They can be that cutting. And words can also cause somebody, follow me over here real quick. Words can also cause somebody to do this. See what happened? Good thing this didn't get damaged. This is my favorite picture of my daughter and her daddy, and I've destroyed it. That's how angry I was. All because I didn't like the fact that I hurt Jesse's feelings. I was being accused of hurting Jesse's feelings. So what I'm going to say about Jesse, real quick, is that I think Jesse has the biggest balls in the family. I think that Jesse is a very outstanding young man. Supports his family. He does a wonderful job supporting his family. He is level-headed. He's very smart. So is Jennifer. All their kids are smart. And they get along great. And you can tell that the older brothers look after their little sister like a treasure. They're a beautiful family. And I believe that Jesse is a very passive kind of person. And have you heard of the act like a duck and let the water roll off your back? You ever heard of that? There's a reason why I got that video going. We'll get to that in a minute. Jesse does not take offense easily. Here's another thing. I looked this up a bit ago. Here we go. People also ask, what is being passive mean? If you describe someone as passive, you mean that they do not take action, but instead let things happen to them. Now, I like this next description better. What does it mean to be a passive person? A passive person seeks to avoid confrontation. The passive personality trait can play out in many different ways depending on the person's overall personality type. Passive people will come across as easygoing, nonchalant, or shy. That's Jesse. Comes across nonchalant and shy. But he is by no means even close, even within the closest proximity to weak or fragile. Fragile. Jesse is not fragile. He's wise. And this is the point I'm going to make. But I'll tell you what, so that the video won't cut me off, I'm going to stop this here and we'll pick it up on the next one, because this is the big bang coming up.